The Beatles, innovators of popular music. The formation and early years of the band. The Beatles formed in Liverpool, England in 1960. The original members were John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Stuart Sutcliffe. Pete Best joined the band as their drummer in August 1960, before being replaced by Ringo Starr in 1962. The band played regularly at the Cavern Club in Liverpool, where they developed a loyal following. In 1962, the band was signed by George Martin to Amy's Parlophone label, and released their first single, Love Me Do, in October of that year. The Beatles' early recordings were heavily influenced by rock and roll, skiffle, and American R&B music. Music style evolution. The band's experimentation with new sounds and techniques, such as the use of studio effects and innovative recording techniques, helped to define the sound of the 1960s and influenced countless other musicians. Some of the key albums that marked their musical evolution include Rubber Soul, 1965, Revolver, 1966, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, 1967, and The White Album, 1968. The Beatles and their community were involved in various charitable endeavors throughout their career. In 1965, the Beatles established the charitable foundation, the Brothers Foundation, which provided funding for various causes, including children's hospitals and schools. The band was involved in various anti-war and peace activism efforts, including John Lennon's famous Bed-In for Peace in 1969. The Beatles were also involved in various environmental causes, including support for wildlife conservation and opposition to nuclear power. The legacy of the Beatles continues to inspire philanthropy and charitable giving, with fans and organizations alike inspired by the band's commitment to making a positive difference in the world. People have a deep emotional connection to the Beatles and their music. Their music is often seen as capturing the spirit and emotions of the 1960s and 1970s, a time of great social change and cultural upheaval. The band's music is often described as uplifting, joyful, and optimistic, tapping into feelings of hope and happiness. Regardless of the emotion, the Beatles' music has had a profound impact on generations of fans, inspiring and connecting with them on an emotional level. Here we conclude our video on Beatles band. The Beatles were one of the most influential and successful musical groups of all time. From their formation in Liverpool in the early 1960s to their breakup in 1970, the Beatles captured the hearts and minds of millions of fans with their innovative and groundbreaking music. With their unique blend of melody, harmony, and lyrical genius, the Beatles redefined the boundaries of popular music and paved the way for countless artists to follow. In conclusion, the Beatles' impact on popular music, culture, and society is immeasurable, and their influence will be felt for generations to come.